PC W8HRF.
All right there, Josh. Well, I won't hold you. We'll let you get ready for the net, and yeah, we'll be listening for Mickey Mouse roll call. So with that, this is KD8EPC. I'm going to be clear until net time. 73, my friend.
KD8SLG. Just want to say hi to W2JLS real quick. My brother from another mother. Good to see you, John.
KD8SLG, W2JLS. Hey, buddy. Yeah, it's been a minute. I am driving. I'm pulling over. Everything good? What's happening?
You know, the world is my oyster, John. The world is my oyster. I'm about 2 minutes away from seeing if the announcement shows up tonight. Saw you click in, wanted to say hi. I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. Thanks. KD8SLG over to W2JLS. I'll be clear on yours, John.
Yeah, Roger. I know it's coming up on the announcement, so I won't hold it either. But yeah, good to hear from you. And let me know if there's if you want to catch up over breakfast or lunch or dinner, drinks, coffee, sometime. I have more freedom hours-wise lately, so I can sort something out. I don't mind a road trip even, so just let me know. Anyway. Take care. I'll be listening in on the net tonight. W2JLS, I'll be listening.
There we go. QST. Welcome to the BeaconNet pre-show, sponsored by the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, right here on the W8WKY repeater, 147 Mark 390 with a positive offset and PL tone of 114 Mark 8. Just like that, I had all that memorized. I didn't have my script up. We light up the nighttime airwaves every Sunday and Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Tulsa time. This is the pre-show. I'm here to take early check-ins and in and outs. I line them up and at the top of the hour, Lucy will knock them down. This is a controlled net. We ask that all traffic pass through net control. Your operator tonight is Whiskey 8 Hotel Romeo Foxtrot, W8HRF. My name is Josh. I'm located in Akron, Ohio. But as is tradition, before we get started, we're going to go ahead and check in with the with the net control team with our Mickey Mouse roll call. We talked to Dustin already, but let's go ahead and talk to him again real quick here during the official pre-net time. KD8 EPC W8 HRF. Nice to catch up with you there, Dustin. I heard you're sticking around tonight.
W8 HRF and the BeaconNet pre-show. This is KD8 EPC. Well, good evening, Josh. It was good to catch up with you a little bit earlier, and absolutely, as long as my internet connection holds up and my antenna doesn't fall over, and yeah, I'll be here. So I'm planning on sticking around, and I'll probably later here in the blue screen after a while, but right now I'm not near the computer. So KD8 EPC, back to pre-net control.
All right, roger that, Dustin. Well, we are no longer in Crazy Ohio Week, which is what I'm going to call, what was it, the week that the meteor happened, and something crazy happened every day, it felt like, of that week. So hopefully nothing crazy like that happens to your gear tonight. So there you go. All right, we got Dustin sticking around. Let's talk to Nick, KD8 SLG. Nice to see you this weekend at the Fox Hunt. Nick, how are you doing? Are you sticking around tonight?
W8HRF, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Josh, and all the Beacon netizens. It was good seeing you last weekend. That was a good time. We had fun. Yeah, we did. And yeah, it was a crazy week. What, meteors, Sasquatch, hail, Afro Man. What are you going to do? Blue screen, guys. I'm not being rude, but I went to type everything in my keyboard and say hi to everybody, and it's dead. So the battery died. I'm glad it died sometime between the boredom breaker net and this evening. Would have been fun during one of those train wrecks today if that would have happened. I am not sticking around tonight. Audrey's kind of sick. She has strep. And I'm feeling a little feverish. While we're on that subject, for those of you who were in the club net last night, Gary has acute bronchitis. That's why you haven't heard anything about him in the last week or so. So wish him well and think happy thoughts his way. Rod's going to be doing the barometer net tomorrow. Dave's got it on Friday. So we're giving his voice and him a break this week. That's all I got. You kids have fun tonight. It's KD8SLG, back to net control. Thanks, Josh.
KD8SLG, W8HRF. All right, Nick. Sorry to hear about, goodness gracious, strep throat. That stinks. Well, hopefully you guys start feeling better soon. Nope, that's the wrong password. And yes, thanks for all the updates about Gary. And yeah, we're wishing him well. And looking forward to seeing him hopefully at the next meeting. So have a good night, Nick. We got you in and out. We'll catch you later. Going to clear with KD8SLG. Next, we're going to talk to K8QKO. How are you, Nick? Are you sticking around tonight?
W8HRF, K8QKO. Yeah, no, I'm not going to stick around tonight. I'm actually not even home yet. Almost there. I got to get gas, and then I'll be home. We had, this is the first, yesterday and today, well, yesterday was the first time I've actually had to drive to work for an actually commute in like 7 years. Then today, and then tomorrow's the last day, hopefully for like maybe the next 7 years, we'll see. Yeah, we had, my company's doing some on-site AI training, so we are learning how to use agents to build software applications and streamline workflow and get work done faster and interact with product and the business and all those fun things that we do. So yesterday was pretty much all day going through a big requirements doc. I swear I got home and my head was just on fire and spinning. Today's better because we're actually doing things. But yeah, started about 8 o'clock this morning, and here I am about to get home, so I'm not going to be in tonight. Or, well, I'll be, yeah, anyway. And then tomorrow hopefully should be the last day, and it should end at a reasonable hour. We'll find out. But learning a lot and enjoying time with friends and coworkers that I don't get to see too much, and that's about it. So with that, I'll pass it back to you, K8QKO.
KE8QKO, W8HRF. All right, Nick, well, that sounds like work. Yeah, sounds like how everything is going nowadays. We've got all the AI stuff going on, too. Everybody's so excited about it. It's going to increase our productivity and all this other stuff. Yep. I'm tired of hearing about it. Whatever. All right. We'll move on. All right. We'll talk to you later, Nick. Have yourself a good night. We got you in and out, and maybe we'll get a chance to see you this Sunday at the ops meeting. I know you said you had a bit of a conflict, though, so no problems either way. All right, we're going to clear with Nick. Let's talk to Eric, KE8VZA, W8HRF. What's going on, Eric? You sticking around tonight?
W8HRF, KE8VZA here. Yeah, I'm going to stick around. This morning I drove by the Get-Go down the street here and announced on the barometer net I saw $3.99 for a gallon of regular gas. On my way home, they dropped it. It went down to $3.98 a gallon. And I was scrambling, Googling, for financial advisors to try to figure out if I bought gas, what would I do with that windfall? Still boggles my mind. Anyway, I'm going to stick around. I'm going to put the toothpicks in the eyelids and give it the best shot. Thanks for picking me up there, Josh. KE8VZA, back to you.
Oh, the things you could do with that extra cent saved, Eric. Oh, my goodness. I was sitting there thinking on the drive home, I was like, okay, the gas station on the corner says it's $3.99 if you use credit card. If you use debit or if you're paying cash, it's $3.89. That's a pretty good deal. Everywhere else it says $4 a gallon. But if I wait, so far the trends have been up. At what point will it go back down? Oh, boy. Anyways, I was thinking, man, I haven't seen prices like that since the recession. Jeez Louise. Oh, well, it is what it is. All right, Eric, we got you sticking around, and Lucy will give you a call a little bit later. Hopefully the reinforced toothpicks are what you picked up from Costco. All right, we'll talk to you later. All right, that is the bottom of the Mickey Mouse roll call. We're going to be ready to take some check-ins in just a second here, but before we do that, I'd like to remind everybody that this is a linked repeater system, so please key for a couple of seconds before you start talking, and hang on for a second or two after. We want to hear everything that you have to say. I know we say that all the time, and even I forget as well, but it really does help. Also, we will get you all in here, so don't you worry. So let's try to spread out the check-ins. And what else was I going to say? Let me read off everybody who I have on the list so far. We have WB4AIZ, Chuck is in and out. KD2HEE, Chris is also in and out. Thanks for stopping by, guys. You have a good night. We got Andy, AB8MO, K5CFY, Mr. Ray, KF8EMO, Mark, K88LYJ, Bob, N8XKD, Ida. Got you in and out there, Ida. If you're listening, have yourself a good night. Let's see. Who else do we have on this list? Kelly, KC0LRM, John, W2JLS, Eddie, W3ETB, Donald, KI5WDM, Mark, K3MBC, and Anthony, KF8EMC. There's a lot. Anyways, if you're not on that list and would like to, and we're going to add N5KBD from the blue screen. N5KBD, and Pete, I assume you are in and out. So, if you're not on that list and you would like to get on the list for the BeaconNet tonight, please come with your call sign phonetically, along with alphabetically, with your name and location. Please call now.
This is Kilo 6 Kilo Juliet Victor. Kilo 6 Kilo Juliet Victor, Kevin in Valley Springs, California, with an in and out, no traffic, God bless 73, and Maranatha. Oh, also, double D's, Delta and Delta. Yankee Golf, TCLYT, Rick in Perry Township, Portable.
Whiskey Alpha 8, Kilo Oscar Charlie, WA8KOC, Fred, Akron.
Alpha 8, Charlie Tango, AA8CT, Craig in Shreve.
KE0, WRU, Kilo Echo 0, Whiskey Romeo Uniform, Bob in Golden City.
Oh, takes a lot. It's already there. I've got to check in. Thanks, KSFQV.
Alpha India 5, Quebec AI 5Q, Jerison, Tulsa.
All right, I'll pick it up there. That was a great list. Nice. That was awesome. All right, we picked up a Rev Kev. Got you in and out, Kevin. Got you down for double Ds as well. Have a good night, and thanks for stopping by. We got Rich, KC8LYG. We got Fred, WA8KOC. Craig, AA8CT. Craig, I was staring at you at the dashboard and wondering if you're going to key up, and you did as soon as I started looking. Let's see. Mark, KC8FQV. Got you as well. Bob, KE0, Whiskey Romeo Uniform. I also picked up KI5ZDF from the blue screen. That's Mr. Ragchew.app and Jairus, AI5Q. Anybody else who'd like to get on the list, please call. All right, that's a pretty good list. Let's go ahead and jump up to the top. I don't see any mobiles, but we do have a portable. So I'll go ahead and I'll grab Rich. We'll talk to Rich and see if he's sticking around. KC8LYG, are you sticking around tonight, Rich?
Good evening, everyone. This is KC8LYG, Brickenberry Township. Yes, I'm going to stick around and try and do it for the long haul. Kind of interested in the questions tonight. But with that, back to Freenet, KC8LYG Portable.
All right, Rich, sounds good. I'm interested in the questions tonight as well. You have to let me know what they are. No, I'm kidding. I got main trivia tonight. I should probably put that in the AIM window. I forgot to label that, but I've got main and Lucy's got alt. To nobody's surprise. But next week I might change it up. Maybe I'll say I have alt. We'll see what happens. All right, Rich, we got you sticking around. Let's go ahead and jump back up to the top of the list here and talk to Andy, AB8MO. How are you, Andy? You sticking around tonight?
Wait a minute. W88HRF. You tricked me. This is AB8MO. Not really. Hello, Just Nick. In the blue screen. I want to bring your attention to comparing line 11 with line 19. They are very, very close in call sign. One is on the blue screen. That would be line 19. Line 11, which you typed in at the very beginning of the net. Right? You know, if you take a little white out to that O, you could turn that into a C. So you just decide what you want to do with line 11. But I have a feeling that you might have wanted to type in 19. But what do I know? I don't. I got myself fired. So I'll stick around. I'm going to try and go. Get a shower here real quick. This is AB8MO.
AB8MO, W8HRF. All right, Andy, we got you sticking around, I think you said, because I was paying attention to what you said about the lines. Yeah, when I ran through the pre-list, when I ran through that list, the call sign seems very familiar. All right, I got that adjusted, so thank you. All right, we'll talk to you in a little bit there, Andy. All right, let's talk to Mr. Ray, K5, CFY. How are you, Ray? Are you sticking around tonight?
K5, CFY. Good evening there. Thanks for getting me in there. And yes, we'll definitely hang around. Good to hear everybody, and have a great night. K5, CFY.
You never know when it's going to find a place to do a donut. Yeah.
All right, Mr. Ray, sounds good. We got you sticking around, and I think I got a problem with my mic, so I'm going to switch real quick. Give me just a second, please. All right, sorry about that. I had that problem on the boredom breaker net. Something is funky with this microphone, so I'll have to investigate that. So, anyways, all right, we got you sticking around, Mr. Ray. We'll catch you in a little bit. Going to clear with K5 CFY, and next we're going to talk to Anthony, KF8 EMC. I think I got your call sign written down correctly. Yep, looks like it. Are you sticking around tonight?
W8HRF, this is KF8EMC. I'll be listening on the side, but not participating.
All right, Anthony, sounds good. Well, hopefully you have a good evening. Enjoy listening in, and if you feel like throwing in your 2 cents with the trivia, feel free to recheck in a little while. Going to clear with KF8EMC. We'll say 7-3 for now. Let's talk to Bob, KA8LYJ. How are you, Bob, and what are you up to tonight?
W8HRF, KA8LYJ. Not doing too much tonight. Just slurping a Pepsi and checking in the net. I will abide. KA8LYJ, back to you.
KA8LYJ, W8HRF. All right, Bob, sounds good. We got you down as abiding. We'll catch you in a little bit here. All right, going to clear with Bob, and tell Ida we say hello. And let's talk to Kelly, KC0LRM. How are you, Kelly? Are you sticking around tonight?
W8HRF, I think it was going to let me transmit for a second there. Yes, I will be sticking around in some form or fashion. I was on my computer and it was kept dropping the net, so I got to get it on my phone, and if this messes up, I'll go out and get my car, my mobile. So yes, I will be sticking around. Back to you.
All right, Kelly, well, hopefully you don't have to take drastic measures and go out to the car, but we got you sticking around and appreciate you doing so. So we'll look for your trivia trivia answers in a little bit, and we'll catch you then. Going to clear with KC0LRM. Let's talk to John. Actually, let me re-identify. This is W8HRF, Whiskey 8 Hotel Romeo Foxtrot, going through our list of pre-checks for the Beacon Net, which starts at the top of the hour on the W8WKY repeater. And next we're going to talk to John, W2JLS. How are you, John? And are you sticking around for the top of the hour? All right, John might have skirted away here. I heard him talking to Nick at the beginning of the net, or before the net, and I took the liberty of throwing him on, but I do not see him on the node list right now. So 73, John, we'll catch you later. Let's see, you're going to clear with John. Let's see if Eddie is sticking around, W3ETB. How are you, Eddie? You sticking around tonight? Whiskey 3, Echo Tango Bravo, W3ETB. Are you there, Eddie?
hi, Josh. I'll be sticking around.
All right, Eddie, sounds good. Good to hear you. And Lucy will give you a call in a little bit here. Let's talk to Donald, KI5WDM. How are you, Donald? And are you sticking around tonight?
Good afternoon, Josh. This is Kilo India 5 Whiskey Delta Mike. Yes, I'm sticking around and not doing nothing but doing a little research on YouTube. So, I'll be here. Thanks for letting me in, KI5WDM.
All right, Donald, sounds good. We got you sticking around. By the way, was it you who was working on a go-kart or something like that?
KI5WDM here. Yeah, I'm building a wheelbarrow rat rod out of my granddaughter's little ATV four-wheeler. And I finally, yesterday, found the part I need to try to get that motor started. So maybe things will get rolling back on that. I was going to do it today, but didn't.
Okay, all right. I thought it was you. I remember you saying something about a part that you needed was broken or something like that, so it sounds like you found it. So very cool. I just looked up pictures of wheelbarrow rat rods, and that looks really, really key. Really cool. So, all right, Donald, we got you sticking around. Lucy will talk to you in a little bit here. KI5WDM, W8HRF. All right, let's talk to Mark, K3MBC. How are you, Mark? You sticking around tonight?
This is K3MBC. Thanks for getting me in. I'm going to try my best to stick it out tonight. The eyelids are a little heavy, so if there's silence, just pass me by later on. K3MBC, back to you.
All right, sounds good, Mark. And yeah, keep those eyelids propped open. Eric's got the line on some industrial grade toothpicks for keeping the eyelids open, so recommend those. All right, Mark, we'll catch you later. Let's see. Let's talk to Fred, WA8KOC. How are you, Fred? You sticking around tonight?
Good evening, Mr. Van Dyke. Good to hear you this evening. Please do give my best to your darling bride. Seems like Andrew has become a smart aleck of sorts and trying to correct the net control operator. Hi. I'm going to go ahead and get dinner put away, leftovers, get a shower, and go to bed. I'm kind of tired, but I do appreciate you taking my check-in. And I'm sorry to have to be going to miss the questions for trivia this evening because I'm sure they're going to be fabulous. Take care of yourself. Don't take any wooden nickels. And I will look forward to talking to you in the near future. 7-3 to you and everybody else in here. W8HRF, WA8KOC.
WA8KOC, W8HRF. Fred, I've got a sock full of wooden nickels I accidentally took. All right, Fred. Enjoy your evening. Rest well, and we'll catch you later. We got you in and out. So, sorry I missed you Tuesday and today on the barometer net. Yesterday I worked from home, so typically I don't get into the net so often when I'm working from home. So, all right, Fred. Have yourself a good night. Gonna clear with WA8KOC, and let's talk to Alpha 8 Charlie Tango. How are you, Craig? You sticking around tonight?
W8HRF, good evening. And I got a question for you, Josh. I mean, you won the fox hunt, and so therefore you should get the fox's tail, and I heard all you got out of it was a bear claw. Ha. I'm going to probably plead the same as Mark just down the line there. I might be, but probably not. I was up before 5 o'clock this morning and didn't get a nap this afternoon, and when you're an old guy like me, that is not a good combination. I actually think I dozed off a little bit during the work net, so yeah, 50% chance, no, 70% chance probably not, but give me a call, and if I'm around, I will jump in. Otherwise, you guys have a great evening. You and Lucy, thanks for doing all that you do for the hobby, and we appreciate it. And I got to say, Betty was just a little princess for the fox hunt. With that, this is AA8CT, turning it back to W8HRF. Thanks, Josh. Have a good evening.
AA8CT, W8HRF. All right, Craig, we need like a status on NetLogger that shows like might be here, might not be. Like we have checked in, we've checked in and out. I guess mobile could be like, or short time, I guess maybe. The folks who might not, I don't know. Anyways, nice to see you this weekend, Craig. Thank you for helping Dave out with the fox hunt. It was a very good time, and that's the name of the pastry. I did not know, I forgot, or maybe I don't know. I didn't know what that was, what the prize was, but it was very good. So now I know it's a bear claw. So there you go. All right, Craig, have a good night, and we'll catch you later. I got to clear with Craig, AA8CT, and who may or may not be around a little later, along with Mark. And let's talk to our other Mark, KC8FQV. Mark, are you sticking around tonight?
Yeah, I'm going to try to do that. Yeah, well, because there's two things I got going on. A Zoom session now is running, and after this one, I'll have another one at 10:30. So, yeah, we're going to stick around. We'll do the best we can, KCFQV. We did a lot of nets tonight and today.
KC8FQV, W8HRF. All right, Mark, sounds good. And one of these days, it'd be interesting to get a list of all the different nets that you know of and kind of disseminate them to everybody. It would just be very interesting to see how many different Allstar nets there are that are out there. So, also, please be careful, Mark. Sometimes your DV switch does key up when you're not intending for it to. So, just so you know, it's happened a couple times. Tonight it was just once, but I've heard it before. So, all right, we'll talk to you in a little bit there, Mark, and get your answers for trivia. Going to clear with KC8FQV. And we're going to talk to Bob now. Kilo Echo 0, Whiskey Romeo Uniform. Hi, Bob. Are you sticking around tonight for trivia?
Well, I'm going to try to, but I may be like some of the others, fall asleep on you. I've had a long, hard day today and watched the extreme temperature changes here in southwest Missouri, and they've been erratic. I've never seen it go up and down like it is, like a basketball. Like I said, I'll try, but I'll probably fall asleep. If you call and I don't answer, you know why. And if I answer, be... Anyway, KE0WRU, I'm going to pass it back to you.
KE0, Whiskey Romeo Uniform. All right, Bob. We'll put you down as sticking around, but if you're not there, we know what happened. So there you go. Yeah, the temperature changes have been crazy. It's been absolutely crazy. Like a difference of 40 degrees in a day happened last week here in Ohio as well. So it's been crazy. So, all right, we'll see if we get to talk to you a little later, Bob. Otherwise, thanks for stopping by. KE8. Oh my goodness, KE0 WRU W8HRF. All right, let's talk to Tim. KI5ZDF. How are you, Tim? You sticking around tonight?
No, I'm afraid I'm going to head out. So I just want to say hi and 73. Hope you have a great net. KI5ZDF. Thank you.
KI5ZDF, W8HRF. All right, Tim. Well, we got you in and out. Thank you for stopping by. And like I said in the blue screen, I know I'm looking forward to the RagChew.app, Android app. That'll be really cool. So there you go. There's another app that I heard advertised on the YouTube channel. I guess it's a web browser-based kind of NetLogger thing, which seemed interesting. So it'd be cool if NetLogger came out with an app, because then you could run nets. I don't know. You could just pick it up, like park on the side of the road and pick up a net for somebody. I don't know. That's a random thought. All right. Have a good night, Tim. Let's talk to Jairus, last on the list here, last but not least. AI5Q, how are you, Jairus? You sticking around tonight?
Well, howdy, Josh, and everyone on the net, or pre-net, rather. Yes, I'll be sticking around, and I'm still working, so I just dialed into one of the plants. I'm checking on it. We did a bunch of work out there today because we had to, and cleaned a bunch of sludge out of some tanks and made a lot of headway, so just checking on the process after the fact. It's running good, but I'm chatting with a couple guys, so I'll be up for a little while, and I'll participate in the net. AI5Q.
AI5Q, W8HRF. All right, Jairus, well, sorry to hear that you're still working, but yep, I know how that goes. So we got you sticking around, and we'll have Lucy give you a call in a little bit here. So, all right, I am about 2 minutes past my time. I'm actually surprised it didn't go farther. We had a lot of check-ins here on the pre-show. So with that, that's the end of the pre-show. I'd like to thank everybody who checked in during my little 30-minute pre-show before the Beacon Net. And next I'll throw it off to Lucy to kick off the big show. KE8YUK. Go ahead and light up the nighttime airwaves, Lucy, W8HRF.
We're trying so hard over here. Am I finally transmitting? All right, sorry for the delay, everybody. We had the wrong thing plugged in, and because, ironically, I didn't do the Mickey Mouse roll call, we didn't know until now, and that's why we do the Mickey Mouse roll call. Good evening, BeaconNet. I'm Lucy, call sign KE8YUK, Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Uniform Kilo, and I'll be your net controller this evening. BeaconNet meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the W8WKY repeater, 147.390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8. You can also find us with the Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is a directed net, so all traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, Fireside, and various other repeaters, so please key it for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we can hear everything you've got to say. You'll hear a beep, but wait just a second or two after the beep. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? If so, please call now. Nothing heard, which is always a good problem, and I'll tell you what, you guys need to invest in a personal microphone adjuster. If I don't sound good, Josh comes over here and makes sure that the mic is above or below or further or closer, and it's really great because I don't know what I sound like. Anyway, we've got a good list of stations from our pre-show, but if you missed the pre-show and would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alpha numerically, as well as your name and location, and Josh will get you on the list. If you're interested, please call now.
W8WKY.
Kilo Echo 8 Bravo Hotel Quebec KE8 BHQ Benjamin Mobile.
That was weird. I was sure I heard another key up right as I keyed up, but maybe I didn't. We picked up KE8 BHQ, Ben in the mobile. We'll come to you in just a second. In the meantime, I'm going to toss it over to Josh to read off main trivia. KE8YUK to W8HRF.
KE8YUK, W8HRF. All right, tonight's main trivia question is, what should you do if a CW station sends you a QRQ? Again, what should you do if a CW station sends you the Q code QRQ? Your options are Alpha, send faster. Bravo, change your antenna to 1 with a higher Q. Charlie, increase your power. Or Delta, repeat your previous transmission. Again, what should you do if a CW station sends QRQ? Your options are Alpha, send faster. Bravo, change your antenna to be one with a higher Q. Charlie, increase your power. Or Delta, repeat your previous transmission. I'll go ahead and get this posted in the blue screen. KE8YUK, back to you. This is W8HRF.
All right, we are figuring out how to switch microphones back and forth, but we're working it out. It's fine. Thanks for the trivia question, Josh. All trivia. What did Peter Carl Goldmark not invent? A, the concept of record album collections. B, 33 1/3 long play or LP records. C, quote-unquote highway hi-fi, which could play records in cars. Or D, the first commercial color TV. Again, what did Peter Carl Goldmark not invent? A, the concept of record album collections. B, 33 1/3 long play or LP records. C, quote-unquote highway hi-fi, which could play records in cars. Or D, the first commercial color TV. That's the alt trivia. We got one mobile on my list. I almost picked up my foot for some reason. I am spacey tonight. Forgive my mistakes because they're bound to happen. KE8BH, KE8YUK. What you got for us tonight, Ben?
KE8YUK, KE8BHQ. I'm doing pretty good, Lucy. Halfway through a 60-hour work week and looking forward to getting it over. For trivia, I'm going to go with Delta and Alpha. Both of those are two complete guesses. That's all I've got for trivia, so I'm going to give it back to you. This is KE8BHQ.
We've got you down for Delta and Alpha, and you have my sincerest, heartfelt sympathies for a 60-hour work week. Oh my goodness, I won it over for you. That's terrible. I hope you get vacation time, or free vacation, or free food, or anything to make that better. Goodness. Props to you, though. We're going to clear with Ben. Chuck and Chris were in and out. So, Andy, you're at the top of our list, KE8YUK to AB8MO. How are you doing tonight, Andy? What are you answers?
KE8YUK from AB8MO. I don't know, for whatever reason, you fell out of the repeater at the very end of your transmission there. I don't know, that was weird. So anyhow, Josh, that helped. Increasing, changing the mic or something. At least you're not completely in the mud now. Anyway, I got a long weekend this week. I'm not going to make the committee meeting. What is it, Sunday? Well, I may or may not. If it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, probably not. If it's in the evening, maybe. Let's see here. Trivia, I'm going to go with Before Christ, or BC, not to be confused with DC, direct current, but BC, yeah. No, I changed my mind. I'm going to do Delta on the main trivia. I don't think it's change your antenna. We'll find out. So we'll do Delta on the main. Boy, I'm just confusing everybody. Yeah, I'm going to do direct current. We'll go with that, D and C. I think that's the thing, highway hi-fi. Let's see here. Well, you must not be talking about my QRZ page. I don't like it when people's QRZ pages are a mile long. Anyhow, great to hear you, Lucy. It was great talking with you on, on the road. When was that, Monday or Tuesday? I think it was Tuesday. I think it was Monday, or maybe it was, I forget. Monday, I forget. No, it was Tuesday. Yeah, it was yesterday. So it was great catching you and Betty and them on the repeater. That's all I got from here. I'm gonna shut up before I make myself sound even dumber. K8YUK. This is AB8MO.
AB8MO, K8YUK. We've got you down for Delta and Charlie, and it was good catching you on the radio a little while ago. I don't remember when it was either, but it was not too long ago. Just don't remember. We'll clear with Andy, and we'll pick up K5CFY. Ray, are you out there? What are your answers?
Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Uniform Kilo, K5CFY. Good evening, Miss Lucy. I wave a hand there at Mr. Josh. Did a great job on the pre-net and doing a great job on the keyboard there, looks like, as well. So anyway, I'm going to go with Delta and Charlie. Delta and Charlie for my answer. So there you go. Back to you, Miss Lucy. And if Betty's listening, hi, Betty. K5CFY.
Well, I won't lie to you, Mr. Ray. If Betty's listening, I have so many questions. She should be asleep upstairs along with Will. Finally, both of them fell asleep at relatively reasonable hours, which was very, very nice. But we had a good day together. Lots of bubbles being blown. And bike rides, exploding tire inner tubes. Everybody's fine. Anyway, we got you down for Delta and Charlie. And we hope you have a great rest of your night. We'll see you with Ray. Anthony was in and out, so we're going to pick up Bob, K8LYJ. Real quick, I'm going to re-identify K8YUK with the beacon net on the W8WKY repeater. Good time. Come hang out. But first, we're going to talk with Bob for real this time. K8LYJ. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers? And hi, Ida.
KE8YUK, this is K88LYJ. Good evening, Lucy. Good evening, group. Things are going pretty good. It was a pretty busy day today. Started off with Kiwanis, had a lot of errands to run. This evening I went ahead and gave the debit card information and bought Ida and me train tickets for a round trip across country this summer. Going out to visit her niece and an old Coast Guard buddy of mine. They don't live together. They don't know each other. They're a couple 100 miles apart. But since I'm heading in that direction, we're gonna hit both spots. Anyway, as far as the trivia, I am going to go Anno Domini, AD, and I'll give it back to you. K8LYJ.
W8WKY.
We got you down for A and D, and a round trip on train sounds really fun. Before Betty came along, Josh and I kicked around the idea of taking a train out to Glacier, but that never came to fruition, and now we have to pay for some more train seats. So we'll see. Theoretically, it will only get more expensive both because of children and inflation, so maybe we'll do it sometime. We'll see. But have a fun time. Be safe. And wave a hand to Ida. We're going to pick up Kelly, KC0LRM. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers? Shucks, we might have missed him. KC0LRM, are you out there? Alright, nothing heard, so maybe we'll try to circle back. John was in and out, so we're going to pick up Eddie. Long time no talk, Eddie. I saw you mentioned Beyond Paradise. How is that show running for you? I'm still working my way through Psych myself. W3ETB. How are you tonight?
Hi, Lucy.
Yeah, it's a pretty good show. Yeah, it's I don't know. Tonight's show got a little bit sad towards the end of it, you know, but you know, it seems to be a pretty good show. And also was watching the Puzzle Lady earlier. I didn't catch all of that because I was finally made contact with the Care First healthcare provider or insurance provider. I tell you, those people are really messed up. I've been after them ever since December to try to get things straight on the website and also to get things straight with the premiums, and they still haven't quite got it. Let's put it this way: their math doesn't add up. So it must be new math or some kind of math, but it doesn't quite add. Anyway, I hope you and Josh and Betty and Will are doing well. And yeah, I've not really been doing too much other than you know, I got the canvas out today, and going to try to see if I can paint some puffins. Actually, you know, I saw that on the TV the other day. They had a thing on PBS about an island off the coast of Scotland, and they had all these puffins and stuff that were on it. And I said, hey, they're kind of cute little characters, so maybe I'll try to see if I can paint some. Anyway, back to you, Lucy. W3AT. Oh, wow, I better give the trivia question answers. I'm going to go with A and C. Where Andy was going to go with DC for direct current, I'll go with alternating current, A and C. Anyway, back to you, Lucy. W3ATV, back to net.
Sorry about the delay. Couldn't find my foot pedal. Anyway, we've got you down for A and C, alternating current, and yeah, sad episodes are hard. Good luck on the insurance. That's always a beast to handle. As the kids say, the math ain't mathin'. So good luck sorting all that out. That reminds me, I got to make some calls tomorrow because I decided my name was Kelly on some medical paperwork, and that's just causing no end of problems. Yeah. Long story. We'll sort it out. We're going to clear with Eddie. We're going to pick up Donald, KI5WDM. How are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers? Oh, no. Where'd Donald go? KI5WDM, are you out there? Another one bites the dust. We'll try to circle back to Donald. Back. We're going to pick up another Mark, K3MBC. How are you doing tonight, Mark? What are your trivia answers?
It's K3MBC. I'm actually stunned. I'm still awake. Thanks, Lucy, for taking the net tonight. My answers, and I'm pretty sure they're both wrong, is D and D, Delta. Back to you.
Thanks for staying awake. You down for Delta and Delta? Can't never go wrong with a Cornwaldo bean. I had something else I was going to say. Don't know what it was. So we're going to clear with Mark. This is KE8YUK with the Beacon Net on the W8WKY repeater. Pete was in and out. Kevin was in and out. Maranatha. We're going to pick up Richard, KC8LYG. Not to be confused with Bob's call sign, which I almost did. How are you doing tonight, Richard, and what are your trivia answers?
Good evening, everyone on the net. This is KC8LYG. We're in Perry Township. I'm going to shoot for Alpha and Delta. The first one seemed easy, guessing it's the last one. But with that, I'll say good evening to everyone. It is I got a little portable station set up in the garage. But we'll listen out. Have a good evening, everyone. This is KC8LYG, back to net control.
Roger that. It is getting late. I totally understand how that feels. Okay, you down for Alpha and Delta. We'll wish you a great night. Clear with Richard, and I want to make sure I'm circling back to the right green highlighted name, Kelly, KC0LRM. I will wait longer to let you hit the button this time. Go ahead with your traffic and your trivia.
Okay, YUK, thanks for getting me in the back in there. Yeah, just about had the button and you spoke up, and on this Echolink, it just doesn't want to go there. Keep my trivia answers before I forget. And I've heard some ACs and DCs. I'm just going to go CCs, Charlie and Charlie, because, to be honest, I really don't know either one of them. So, yeah, watched a pretty good game last night. My Wichita State Shockers played Tulsa here, where I'm at now, and Tulsa took a pretty big lead in the NIT tournament, and then Wichita State come back and actually took the lead for a little bit, and then Tulsa finally pulled it out at the end. So it was a good game, but so good luck to Tulsa Hurricanes. They're good going through the NIT there, and that's about all I got. I'll get back off here. Everybody have a good day, and enjoy this nice weather while we have it before it changes again. All right, back to you, Lucy. And come on. I can't shut it off. Why did it not let me turn it off? Oh, man. Okay. I'm going to close.
That was possibly the best interaction that I have ever had on the Beacon Net. Also, Josh, you changed his call sign to I like, and I don't know what that means. Kelly, I totally understand how that feels. When I would work on Echolink, when I first got my license, that I ran into that a lot. Yes, all right, we've got you down for Charlie. And Charlie, thanks for checking in. Thanks for letting us know also where you went so that I could come back and get you. Because, yeah, I realized that usually I wait a much longer time, but time has dilated for me today. I don't know what's going on, but it just doesn't exist. Dinner was late. Totally crazy. So glad to have you. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for checking in. La, 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 la. And we'll get you down the log. We're going to clear with Kelly. Haven't heard anything from Donald, so we'll circle back when we hit the end of this list, which we're approaching. We're going to pick up Craig, AA8CT. Craig, are you out there?
W8WKY.
K8YUK, good evening, Lucy. Haven't seen you. Saw the other, the other 3/4 of the family. 2/4, a half. At the Fox Hunt, Josh and Betty, and I hope they brought home some of the winnings so that you could enjoy as well. Probably not. Yeah, you said 60 hours. A 60-hour week for me when I owned a business was a short week. So there you have it. That's what being your own boss does, I guess. So with that, I'm going to give you my answers, which I'm going to say are going to be definitely correct. So that would be D and C, Delta and Charlie. And they're not, because that's a wild guess anyway. Good to hear you. Thank you for doing the net. We appreciate it. And I am very, very surprised I made it this far. Probably will not hear the answers, but I can look those up on the blue screen. So there you have it. Thank you again to both you and Josh for all you do, not only for the hobby, but this for the club as well. Take care. And with that, this is AA8CT signing off with KE8YUK, also known as W8WKY, and we will see you down the log.
Winnings? There were winnings? I didn't get any winnings. Actually, Josh did tell me about it. I was kind of bummed I didn't get any, but Betty was delighted, and that's what matters. Okay, you're down for definitely correct. And thanks for checking in. It's good to hear you. We're going to clear with Craig, and we're going to pick up KC8FQV. Mark, how are you doing in your rivers of maple syrup, Mark? Oh boy. KC8FQV, are you out there?
I'm going to say AA, and yes, I've done a lot of nets today. Very busy. But I'm going to say Alpha on the trivia, and we'll find out what they are. And I got the Zoom session going over here with them out in Seattle, Washington. But yeah, been around, so one more after this. So KCFQV, back it comes, Lucy.
I knew you'd show up. It's good to have you, Mark. We've got you down for Alpha and Alpha. We're going to clear with Mark. We're going to pick up Bob, KE0URU. How are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers? All right, my awkward pauses are getting pretty awkward, but I am remembering to leave them longer. KE0WRU, are you out there, Bob? All right, nothing heard. Josh says that he thinks that he couldn't stick around, so that's totally understandable. We're going to wish him a great night. Tim was in and out. Before I pick up anybody else, this is KE8YUK with the BeaconNet on the W8WKY repeater. Come on down. It's a great time. But not yet, because I'm not actually taking check-ins, but I'm going through my list. Next on my list is AI5Q. Jairus, how are you doing tonight? What are your answers? How are the kids? How's life? How's the bourbon? I don't know.
Well, hey, Lucy, I thought about not responding on the first go-around just to be like everybody else, but I thought better of it. I did that to Alan the other day. It was pretty funny. But I told him I was going to do it in the blue screen. I don't think he believed me. He almost skipped over me. Anyway, life's a lot better than it was Monday. I'm taking my truck in tomorrow to get fixed from a wreck that I was involved in that wasn't my fault. Got the police report copy yesterday. The officer agreed with me that it wasn't my fault, and the other person turned into me, even though he wasn't a witness, based on the testimony. Me and the other driver, he said what the other driver said wasn't possible. Therefore, he ruled in favor of me. So hopefully that goes a long way with getting my deductible back on my insurance for the truck. Got my crown replaced that I lost while waiting on said police officer to show up, and yeah, it was just a whole ordeal Monday. Lots of things happened. Anyway, I've got an 8-foot slingshot now for putting antennas in trees. That thing is awesome. The kids love it because we launch rocks into the field, and then they go pick them up and bring them back, and it wears them out because they got to run a long way to go get them. Let's see, trivia. I think I remembered all these at one point in time, but I don't know if I remember them now. But like QRT, I remember as time to quit, and QRQ, I think I remember it as Q for quicker, so send code quicker, that'd be alpha. And then on the alternate trivia, there's only one of those that isn't a real invention, it's more of an idea, and so I think that's the outlier. And I'm going to go with A, the album record collections. I think that's the outlier there. So anyway, that's what I'm saying. AI, fuck you. Back to you.
All right, Jairus, we've got you down for A and A. And did you by chance see a documentary about either of these things recently? I'm just kidding. Very glad that today isn't Monday. That sounds like all of the worst things happening at once. Wow. But hey, slingshot. Got to be said. That's pretty awesome. Yeah. Hope your days continue to get better and you do not have a repeat of Monday, really ever. And we'll catch you down the log. We're clear with Jairus. We're going to pick up Jeff, KF8AUO. How are you doing tonight, Jeff? What are your trivia answers? All right, Josh pulled you off the blue screen, Jeff, so I'll give you one more call, and then we'll keep on moving. KF8AUO, are you out there? Nothing heard from Jeff. Michael, KE2HHC, are you out there, and do you have trivia answers for us? All right, nothing heard. Tim, I know you're there. KI5TAQ. What do you got for us tonight?
Well, good evening there, Miss Lucy. I'm just sitting around here being like some ghost who just said boo to Josh. Oh. I think I'm going to be like, as far as trivia questions are, well, let's put it this way. A&A, Alpha and Alpha, or Alcoholics Anonymous, or American Airlines. That's what it'd be. But anyways, yeah. It could have been Allen's Anonymous, too. So there is an Allen that works out here that I'm just staying away from. I think he's in the bottom of the belly of an aircraft, or a belly of a whale, whatever you call it. But I'll send it back to net control, let you find some more chickens, because I know you're at the bottom of the list. This is KI5TAQ.
I'll tell you what, you can't argue with a man who's right. Got you down for Alpha and Alpha, and I am at the bottom of my list. Thanks for checking in, Tim. Or chicken in. Good to have you. We're going to clear with Taco Tim. We are at the bottom of the list. As previously stated, this is Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Uniform Kilo with tonight's edition of the Beacon Net. If you would like to be added to our list, please give your call sign phonetically, followed by alpha numerically, and your name and location, and W8HRF will get you on the list. If you're interested, please call now.
W8WKY.
It's WD8PAV Whiskey Delta 8 Papa Alpha Victor. It's Ken. We're in North Ken.
Kilo Charlie 8 Yankee Foxtrot Oscar KC8 YFO Andy in Medina.
Kilo Juliet 5 Mike Charlie Victor KJ5 MCV Ryan Broken Arrow Oklahoma.
All right, let me make sure I got it. All right, goodness. We got two names that neither of us recognize, WD8PAV and KC8YFO. And we also have Ryan KJ5MCV with the very memorable Oklahoma. You and Josh will have to talk about that because Josh says he gets that reference, and I don't know if there is a reference. So when we get to you, you'll have to tell us more. Cool. We'll start at the top with Ken. WD8PAV, how are you doing tonight? And did you hear our trivia? Do you have trivia answers for us?
No, not really. I go way back many years. In fact, I knew the ham operator that you have the callers of the repeater, W8WKY, Al. He helped me get my license.
Wow, Ken, that is really, really cool. I hadn't even thought that W8WKY was originally an operator's call sign. I had no idea. That's really, really cool. Thank you for checking in. Yeah, are we rereading trivia? We're rereading trivia. All right, I'm going to toss it over to W8HRF. He's got main trivia. It's usually radio-related. And then when I pick it back up, I will read off alternate trivia, which is just kind of nonsensical. And you can take your best guess at both of them. So KE8YUK to W8HRF. Go ahead and take it away.
KE8YUK, W8HRF. All right. Now that I know that sounds good, tonight's main trivia question is, what should you do if a CW station sends QRQ? Your options are Alpha, send faster. Bravo, change your antenna to 1 with a higher Q. Charlie, increase your power. Or Delta, repeat your previous transmission. Again, main trivia is, what should you do if a CW station sends QRQ? Your options are Alpha, send faster. Bravo, change your antenna to 1 with a higher Q. Charlie, increase your power. Or Delta, repeat your previous transmission. Back to you, Lucy. KE8YUK, W8HRF.
All right, thank you for that, Josh. We are going to read off all trivia. What did Peter Carl Goldmark not invent? A, the concept of record album collections. B, 33 1/3 long play or LP records. C, quote-unquote highway hi-fi, which could play records in cars. Or D, the first commercial color TV. So those are the trivia options. I'm going to throw it back to Ken. Do you have any guesses as to the answer for alt trivia and main trivia, or main trivia and alt trivia? KE8YUK, WD8PAV.
Here's WD8PAV. No, we're just copying the mail here, and we just got in here not long ago, just on the new radio, and just trying it out. So we're going to say 3s, and we'll just copy the mail, and we're going to go to bed here pretty soon. So thanks a lot there, WD8PAV.
No problem, Ken. You sound good. And audio's a little low, but that might be my adjustment for it. That would be why Josh had the volume turned down. So disregard my commentary. Have a great night. Thanks for checking in. Hopefully we'll catch you down the log. We'll clear with Ken. We'll pick up Andy, KC8YFO. We just read off trivia, so how are you doing tonight? What's your traffic? And do you have trivia answers for us?
Hey, Lucy. Yeah, Andy, KC8YFO in Medina. Yeah, thank you for rereading that. I will go with D as in Delta and C as in Charlie for the trivia. Was listening for a little bit, but had to get the kids to bed and all that kind of good stuff. Yeah, today just did some new car shopping. Not new, but new to us, as that usually goes, right? Today, so did that. Recently, I think yesterday I checked in the morning but got my APRS Digipeater iGate fill-in for Montville Township set up, so 65 watts, and then working on a WinLink gateway packet to get that set up. So went over to DX Engineering and spent way too much money today, as always. Yep, so hopefully that'll be up and online in the next few days. But that's kind of been what I've been up to. Been traveling in the Southwest. Let me just grab a quick nickel. And it has been hot there. It was like 100 degrees in Las Vegas past couple days. But anyways, back to the Ohio weather and getting reacclimated. So, hey, appreciate you doing the net tonight. And yeah, I think it's the first time that I checked in with you as net control. Doing a great job as always. And 73 to everyone. KC8YFO. Back to you, Lucy.
Casey, what in the world? Josh is throwing stuff. Not actually. It's just tipping over. Anyway, messy desk. I know how that feels. That's why I have two. Yeah, thanks for checking in. Thanks for listening. Thanks for the compliment as well. Getting the kids in bed is always an ordeal. We've only got 2 under 3. Nope, 2 under 4 now. But yeah, that in and of itself is a job. So props to you for managing it and coming back. And it's good to have you. Got you down for Delta and Charlie, if I didn't say that already. And hopefully we'll catch you down the log. Oh, and good luck car shopping. That can be a beast as well. But I'm sure something will work out. We're going to clear with Andy. We're going to pick up Ryan, KJ5MCV from Oklahoma. How are you doing, Ryan? What are your trivia answers? And tell me, do you know the origins of Oklahoma, or is it just a joke? Or is it a joke that somebody else came up with that now we know? But where did it come from? Tell me more.
Well, I would be happy to. The origin that I remember, we'll start with the Oklahoma thing. We have to. So, the origin thing for me comes from an episode of Tool Time from the 90s. So, yeah, it was a joke that Tim the Toolman Taylor said during one of his monologues while they were recording the pretend show Tool Time. So, anyways, it was kind of one of those jokes that didn't get a laugh, and that's why it was funny. But anyways, I don't recall which ABCD it was, but I'm going to copy off of Jarrett 5Q's homework there. I'm going to say Q for quicker. And then we'll go, just because it sounds cool, on the alternate trivia. Color TV, so that would be Delta, I guess. So hope that finds you well and hit the funny bone like it was supposed to. It's a pretty lame joke, but I think it was intended to be originally Oklahoma.
That makes sense. Josh knows more about Tim the Toolman Taylor than I do, which explains why that joke was new to me, and I thought it was very funny. Which, whether that tells you more about the joke or myself, I'll leave that to you. We've got you down for Alpha and Delta, and I had something else I was going to say, and it's gone. So, it was relating to how Ohio doesn't have a food. Well, no, Oreo maybe? You tie in some food with Ohio. I don't know. But I do know we tease Michigan. We've got the OHIO. And if you try it in Michigan, it's just MI. And then they all space out because it's too many letters. Ha. Okay, anyway. We're going to clear with Ryan. I'm at the bottom of my list. It's 10:44, and we're at 34 check-ins. Whether that means it's going to be a short night or we're trying to reach 42 will be up to you. So if you would like to be added to tonight's BeaconNet check-in list, please call now. Nothing heard. Wow, could be a short night. We're going to toss it up to the net control team. I'm at the top, so I'll let you guys know that Betty really loves blowing bubbles and then gets mad at them when they fly away. Will eats everything and bites everything, including people. It's dangerous. But he's still not walking yet, because once he starts walking, then we're at a whole new level, pun intended, of his bite ability, and I'm not looking forward to that. It's already pretty violent, so that's how we're doing over here. I'm going to toss it over to WHRF, so K8YK to WHRF. I'm going to let him make sure he's got his microphone in hand. And what's your alt trivia guess?
K8YUK, W8HRF on the mighty ICOM 705. I'm just going to put in my answer for alt trivia a little later. She's read it twice. I didn't listen either time. I should have. I never do. I'm just like, I'll just read it later, and then I I always wait until it's my turn to key up. So, let's see, like I was saying before the pre-show to Dustin, today went pretty good. Work was pretty productive. Could have been a little more productive, but it's pretty productive. Sent out a survey for the operations committee, not for the committee, I guess, but for everybody in the Sarah Club, so that the ops committee can better plan this Sunday what kind of events we want to do this year. So, if you have access to that via the Sarah Announce email, feel free to fill that out. That'll help us make some decisions. Thank you to, I think, 14 folks who've already filled it out. What else? So looking forward to the Ops Committee meeting this Sunday at 4 o'clock at Tito's in Akron. Get some good food and enjoy some fellowship and come up with some plans for this year. And what else is going on? The Fox Hunt this past weekend was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun running around with Zach and KF8 ELA and Betty. She did pretty good. She was getting a little tired of sitting in her chair. It locked in her car seat there at the towards the mid and end, but she did pretty good. And once we were able to get out and we made it to the Fox's location, she had a lot of fun running around. So there you go. Thanks again, Dave, for putting that on, and Craig and everybody else, and Jason for coming out and fixing the Fox. And what else? Oh, there's a whole bunch of other stuff going on, like the May Club meeting is going to be all-club Fox Hunt. The April meeting, I'm excited for that presentation coming up here in a couple of weeks. It's going to be a presentation on batteries by Axel Fisher. I forget his call, K8AXX. So that will be really interesting as well. So there you go. Yeah, I'll throw it back to you, Lucy, and I guess we'll do trivia in a little bit here once you talk to everybody else. KE8YUK, W8HRF.
We've got you down for nothing, but you'll handle that. You are the logger. And thanks for logging, by the way. Yeah, and also thank you for taking Betty to the Fox Hunt. That was great. That was the day that I worked on making measurement conversion charts for 3 different bridal showers. And Betty really likes painting, which is great, except for when I am painting, and she wants to be painting what I am painting. So thank you for that as well. We're going to clear with W8HRF. We're going to pick up KD8EPC. How are you doing tonight, Dustin? And what are your trivia answers? KD8EPC, are you out there?
ID. Let me make sure I've got it. All right, sounds like I do. Well, K8YUK and the BeaconNet, this is KD8EPC. Good evening, Miss Lucy. Before I forget, let me start with trivia. Give me Alpha and Charlie for my trivias tonight. They're both total guesses. I have no idea, but you know what? We'll do something different there. So Alpha and Charlie for my trivias. Let's see what's going on. Had the day off today, so did the board and breaker net earlier, slept in as I told Josh earlier, and I'm just doing a little cleaning right now, picking up the kitchen, and you know how it is, always something to do. I started with this, and now I think the rest of the house needs cleaned, so that's going to happen today and tomorrow because I'm off, and then got to go buy a ham next week. The girls are going to come over for Easter dinner, and I'm very excited because I haven't seen them in a while, so that'll be good to see them and spend the day with them, but that's about it. That's all I've got going on here. I'm going to just enjoy the rest of my evening. Thanks for having me. Thanks for doing the net, and we'll look forward to catching you there down the log. This is KD8EPC, back to Net Control 73.
All right. Oh, ham sounds good. Oh, we've got you down for, let me double check, Alpha Charlie. And thanks for joining us, Dustin. We're going to clear with Dustin. Both Nicks were in and out, so we're going to pick up Eric if his, I almost said Q-tips, thingy-ma-bobbers. What's the word I'm looking for? Toothpicks. If your toothpicks held out, which I think they did. KE8VZA, how are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
YUK in the net, KE8CCA here. Yes, the heavy-duty toothpicks were a wise investment. They are working well tonight. Trivia, I'm going to go with Charlie for the main and Delta for the alt. What else is going on here? Crazy work days. Yep, that's what they are. We'll leave it there. Anyway, my wife brought home pizza from an after-work event that they had, and it was delicious. Absolutely. From Jack. I don't know if you ever had theirs, but it's pretty good. I give it thumbs up. Anyway, Charlie and Delta, that's all I have. KE8CCA, back to you, Lucy.
All right, yeah, man, long work days are rough. Okay, you down for Charlie and Delta, and super glad that aliens were not outside of your house walking dogs or doing anything outside of your house, actually. We think the KD8SLG is still out there, so we're going to pick on him. KD8SLG, you there? Bummer. Bummer, bummer. KD8SLG is turned into a pumpkin. A moment of silence. All right, that's long enough. I had one circle back, KI5WDM, called out twice, didn't hear anything, but I might not have been waiting long enough. So KI5WDM, are you out there?
Yes, Miss Lucy, I am here, and I am sorry I wasn't here to answer you the first time. My wife was hollering at me, this little doggy got out, and boy, he's fast. He wore me out trying to catch him. He wanted to play tag. So, my answers tonight are Bravo and Bravo, just because I don't know the answer to either one, so that's going to be my guess. Appreciate you getting back to me. You and Josh have a great evening, and a hello to the little one there. It's KI5WDM. Be clear on your final, dear.
W8WKY.
Well, Donald, as a wife myself, I have to say, you chose the right person to respond to. Thank you so much for coming back. What? Of course I'm biased. Of course I'm biased. I would not want to be on the receiving end of the wife's fury if you said, not now, dear, I'm talking to a different woman. Case in point. We've got you down for Bravo and Bravo, and hope you caught the dog. They are fast. Critters are fast. And I'm really glad that we circled back to you. Thanks to Josh for marking you green, because I knew we had somebody else to circle back to, but I could not find you on the list otherwise. So very, very glad you're still out there. And I hope you have a great night. This is Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Uniform Kilo, Miss Lucy with the Beacon Net for tonight's Wednesday edition of the Beacon Net. I am super great at identifying. This will probably be the second to last call for tonight, at least the last call before we read off the answers for trivia. So if you would like to get on the list, now's your last chance to give your answers for trivia. Please call now. All right. Well, Josh started singing the alphabet song for some reason, and I got distracted. Oh, dear. Okay. Yeah, trivia. Okay. We're professionals. No, we're not. We're amateurs. KE8YK to W8HRF. Go ahead and read our main trivia answer, please.
All right, KE8YUK, W8HRF. Tonight's main trivia question was, what should you do if a CW station sends QRQ, Quebec Romeo Quebec? Your options are Alpha, send faster. Bravo, change your antenna to one with a higher Q. For that one, nobody answered. For A, there were 7 answers. For Bravo, there were no answers. Charlie, increase your power. There was 1 answer for that. And Delta, repeat your previous transmission. There was also 7 answers for that one. So there you go. The answer was Alpha, send faster. So QRQ is a request to increase CW speed. It's commonly used when the receiving operator is comfortable copying faster code. If you can match the higher speed, do so. Otherwise, continue at a manageable pace or respond with QRS, Quebec Romeo Sierra, indicating that you need slower sending. I kind of like Jairus's, I think it was Jairus who mentioned, I think of it as like quick, QRQ, send quicker, and then QRS, S, be slower. I was looking at other Q codes, and it's interesting, the ham radio list of Q codes, there's gaps in it, right? Like QR, I don't know, like you'd think there'd be a QRA, a QRB, a QRC, and there technically are. You can look them up online, but it's just not exactly ham radio related. Some of them are older, some of them aren't used anymore. So it's interesting if you ever have the time to look. So there you go. Again, the answer was Alpha. Mark, the answer was Alpha. Send faster. There you go. 7-3, everybody have a good night, and we'll catch you later. KE8YUK, W8HRF.
W8HRF, KE8YUK. I almost got you down for Alpha. The answer was Alpha. I don't know what I'm talking about. Cool. Thank you for reading off trivia. Here's all trivia. What did Peter Carl Goldman not invent? A, the concept of record album collections. B, 33 1/3 long play or LP records. C, highway hi-fi, which could play records in. D, the first commercial color TV. The answer, as a couple people got, was in fact Alpha. Born in 1906, Goldmark was a Hungarian-born American engineer. He invented the 33 1/3 LP record in 1948. One side played for 23 minutes as compared to about 4 minutes for the current 78 records. His 33 1/3 LP records are still an industry standard for vinyl records. There were originally 10-inch and 12-inch versions, but the 10-inch version was soon phased out. He also invented the first commercial color television in 1940. His television used a spinning color wheel that alternated transmission in red, green, and blue. CBS broadcast used his system from 1950 to 1951, but it was not compatible with the existing black and white sets and was dropped in favor of a competing technology developed for RCA and NBC. He also developed the highway hi-fi, which could play 7-inch LP records in automobiles. He did not invent record albums, but why are they called that? Prior to the 33 1/3 long play that Goldmark did invent, I lost my place, records had a thicker groove and ran at 78 RPMs and therefore were only about 3 to 5 minutes per side. Because of this, music was sold on multiple records gathered in a book called an album. The new 33 1/3 LP could play about 23 minutes per side, as previously stated. Therefore, all the records from a typical album could be stored on a single 33 1/3 LP, but the name album stuck, and it has been used ever since in audio formats. There you go for alt trivia, and therefore the answers to trivia as a whole were Alpha and Alpha. So congratulations to KC8FQV, the only one, I believe, who did both Alpha and Alpha. I see one. Taco Tim also did Alpha and Alpha. Jairus also did Alpha and Alpha. And we had a couple others who got one or the other. So congratulations to you guys. Yeah, you guys are in the AA club. We need to have a conversation. Oh, dear. American Airlines. All right. That's the answer to our trivia. The bottom of our list, and we're going to do, whoops. Should have grabbed a nickel. The gator got me. Sorry about that, but that's the bottom of our list. So this will be the final call for check-ins on tonight's Beacon Net. This is Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Uniform Kilo, and if you would like to be added to tonight's list of check-ins, please call now.
This is Kilo Echo 8 Alpha Romeo Bravo KE8 ARB Mobile, Brandon. And Kilo Echo 8 Whiskey Victor Victor KE8 WVV. Ethan, also mobile, I'll be in and out.
Awesome. We got two late check-ins, KE8 ARB and KE8 WVV. Brandon and Ethan. Ethan, I know you're in and out, but thanks for saying hi. Our question is, why are you guys mobile late at night? What are you up to?
KE8 ARB, well, we were out racing RC cars, so this old man is up past his bedtime on a school night. It'll be really hard to get me up for school tomorrow and get me on the bus. So anyhow, we had a good time, and we're just heading home now. We should be home in probably about a half an hour. So I'll keep it short. I'll say 73. Thanks for having us on here. We turned the radio on, and we had a little net action for our drive home. So we'll say thank you. KE8YUK, back to you from KE8 ARB.
KE8 ARB, KE8YUK. Oh, thanks for saying hi. Safe travels to you guys. Hopefully the RC racing went very well. I have faith. I have confidence. More faith and confidence that it went well than me getting up on time tomorrow. So don't miss the bus. On that lame joke, we're going to call it a night. Thank you to everybody who has checked in. On behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, and the entire BeaconNet crew, thank you one and all for checking in with us this evening. You're welcome to come and join us on the next edition of the BeaconNet, Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the W8WKY repeater. You can also find us on Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. In the same locations, you can find the Barometer Net every morning at 7 a.m. except for Sunday. Finally, don't forget to check in with our friends on the Border Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time, which is 1 o'clock Eastern Time, on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R, or here on the W8WKY on Wednesdays and select Saturdays. You've been listening to the BeaconNet. This is Lucy, KE8YUK, returning the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time. God bless in 73s.
Yeah, I stay vertical, then I can be awake. If I go horizontal, trouble. But good net, KCFQV.
KC8YFO. This is KD80PC. Out there still, Andy? Are you calling me, Dustin? This is AB8ML. Wrong Andy, but hi, Andy. I'm confused. Hi, Dustin.
Andy there. Hi. But good to hear you, my friend. How you doing? Doing good. Sounds like you doubled with somebody. I don't know how. Oh, you might be coming through on the repeater. Was somebody else in there? Come and join us.
Oh, this is Andy, another Andy, KC8YFO.
Oh, hi, Andy. Yeah, I just heard Andy, so that's where I got confused. Maybe you were calling YFO. Yeah, I'm going to head off the bed here in a moment here, guys, but sorry for butting in here. I'll let you guys have at it, but it's good talking with you. Andy, I got your email, and I need to respond to it, but it's certainly good to hear you, and I'll just cut you loose, and I'll listen out here. KD8EPC to take it. 7-3, guys. I'm going to head off to bed. This is AB8MO. All right there, Andy. We'll say 73 to you, my friend. Have a good night, and give old Lily there a scratch on the ears for us, will ya? We'll catch there down the log, and we'll have to try to get together for breakfast again one of these days real soon. We'll say 73 to you, and let's turn it over there to the other Andy. Take it away.
Hey, yeah, no worries. Hey, and Andy, yeah, I sent you that email, I think, last week before I left on my trip. So, yeah, I look forward to hearing back from you and catching up. So, I had the radio in the background, and I heard Andy, and I heard an Andy, and my name's Andy, so I just threw my call out there. So, but didn't want to jump in if you were calling somebody else. But, yeah, KC8YFO.
Well, you're the Andy. I was calling there. I saw your email. You said you were up later, and I figured I was up in here, so I give you a holler. You want to try to go down to, let's say, 5-4 and talk there, so we're not just blocking up 5-2?
Yeah, I just switched over to the input here, and I wasn't hearing you. And right when I did that, that's when you said what you wanted to go down to, so I didn't hear that.
I was going to say a 146.540 if you want to, but if you can't hear me, I wouldn't go down there. But, yeah, I get, 3-4 bars on you, I think. At least I did last I checked.
All right, well, let's see. I'll give you a good, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And for some reason, I'm not hearing you on the input. But what was the frequency again?
146.540. Little bit above 5.2.
All right. Yeah, I mean, new radio to me, so maybe it's that. But all right, so 146.542.
Yep, 146.540, and I'll meet you there. And if you can't hear me there, then I'll be listening here to KD8EPC QSY.
KC8YFO QSY.